Hi everyone, how are you? I hope you're doing well. Today I'd like to talk about sharing information regarding to human rights. Human rights is a very sensitive topic because most of the people around the world does not know human rights. Some people around the world never actually heard about human rights. So in the beginning, human rights begins with guaranteeing the freedom, guaranteeing equality, guaranteeing respect, mutual respect, guaranteeing respect and dignity of an individual, of all individuals who were born humans. Human rights begins with this because all the rest of the other points out of the 30 points are actually relying on respect. And respect toward human nature, human life qualities. Now, human rights, what you need to know, what you need to remember, no matter who you are, a human rights applying to individuals everywhere. Everywhere, including all the private places or private spaces, including all the public places, everywhere in the entire universe, as well as on the entire planet. No matter what kind of rules, regulations, or bylaws or laws others may impose to others or trying to force on others, if they are not aligning, if they are not synchronized with human rights, the meaning of all the 30 human rights points, then those constitutions, those laws, those policies, those rules, those regulations are criminal offenses. The other thing that you need to remember about human rights, and also the reason why everything else what is not about human rights is a criminal offense, because human rights, and you need to remember this, is the foundation of all legal proceedings, ideas, and administrations. Of course, things which are not legal, no matter where they are or who they from, they are criminal offenses, punishable criminal offenses. Ideally, human nature does not commit crimes. That's why we have this important paper, this important document since 1948, which, which called the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, which was used to create the international human rights, as well as the Canadian human rights, the European human rights, the Asian human rights, all the rest of the human rights around the world, especially with those countries who are belonging to the United Nations or belonging to NATO or belonging to the Commonwealth. Human rights are mostly accepted and appreciated or cherished in these countries which are part of these unions. Human rights, since it's about protecting human nature, does not allow humans to consume anything what is not supporting human nature. Human rights also against everything what might be good for human nature, but the way something has been consumed or utilized is harmful. So those are also criminal offenses. Now, when it comes to human well-being, human health is making sure that anything, all the activities or even inactivities, what we allow to do will remain that way. Therefore, humankind will not get harmed, will not get troubled, and if it did got troubled, or if it does getting troubled, the human rights is assuring us to help remembering about human qualities, and will help us to distinguish, to separate, to differ anything by quality of nature from human nature. Consuming animals or animalistic products will always automatically harm human nature, no matter if you choose to put it in or something through you choose to put it in you. As soon as that happens, it's a criminal offense against human rights and also a criminal offense against animal rights. Animals are not food. Humans did not mean to eat animals, and it is not really the human spirit or human nature, the human soul, which is consuming animals, but instead that's an animal spirit, that's animal nature, a predator nature, an evil nature that kills animals, that eats animals, or kills humans, then eats humans, or just consumes humans or animals. That's an evil nature. Punishable evil nature because it is contributing in torturing humankind, in killing humankind. It is contributing to infect humankind with bacteria and virus nature. That means to make humankind COVID infected. All animals are making humans COVID infected through humans and also through animals. Likewise, punishing in this case means punishing the harmful elements, punishing the harmful activities or inactivities. It does not mean punishing humans, does not mean restricting or taking away human rights, but instead it means the opposite. It means that anything what would be harmful to humans will need to be changed to anything what is actually supporting humans, helping humans to remain humans. That means sustains human nature. And until anything has not been changed to that, until it should not exist in human lives, it should not be allowed to be accessible. That means no animals or animal nature products should be accessible because they are all infectious and they are literally turning humans into animals, including the human psychology, human physiology as well as human energy. That means the human soul is automatically getting poisoned by animal soul as long as it will get in it. And as long as it is around it, it will get in it for the human soul. It is probably the biggest offense by alien nature, and alien nature carrying beings or things what we got against humankind in the entire universe. Humans or animals got nothing to do with this offense. There are many alien elements around the universe, and there is only one original alien element on the planet. It's called vibranium, which ruined, acidified, decayed everything what is humanly right and everything what it could, including energetic, physical, or psychological qualities. All the rest of the alien natured elements on the human planet, which should not be allowed on the human planet, has been evolved or developed in the past couple 100,000 years from vibranium or the effects of vibranium. Many governments are, and most of the governments actually, are functioning as criminal organizations, including all the organizations, or most of the organizations which are related to governments. And it is only because of the radiation decay of vibranium, or the radiation decays of the vibranium nature infected devices, elements, affects animals as well as planets, or humans. I meant to say humans. So, what will we do with all the human rights violators? Well, when we are around human rights violators, which are about 6.4 billion human looking people who already hybridized, animalized by nature, there are only 1.6 billion people, about 1.6 billion people left on the planet who are capable of living on the planet without offending human nature or animal nature. That means there are about 1.6 billion people who are not criminals because they are not involved in any criminal activities or inactivities. So how will we change the world? What will help humans to become humans instead of becoming anything else? Perhaps aliens. Or what will help humans to become humans again? Or what will help humans to remain humans? Human rights. Human rights, human rights, human rights will always help. So it's a message to all the people on the planet, especially governments, that you don't want to come up with rules, regulations, bylaws, or policies, or any inactivities or activities which are not respecting human rights, human dignity, human soul qualities, human physiological qualities, or human psychological qualities. You want to change those to everything what is actually supporting humans. And then if you cannot do it, then ask someone to help. If you cannot do it with help, and you produce constitutions and bylaws and regulations and laws and policies which are criminal offenses against humans, then you are automatically subjected with that evidence, what you created, you are automatically subjected to be sold, to be jeopardized, to be uh, projected at the International Court of Justice, or normally any court, even courts in the cities. But of course, the city courts, they are rarely about defending human rights instead of defending financial investments or financial resources, because they don't know how to. They just don't have the creative thinking abilities anymore. Most of the municipalities or metropolitans, so the lower courts, and most of the times the workers over there don't have the ability to protect humans while also protecting financial assets. And that's because they are not educated about how to do it. Like me, I am educated about it, so for me it's easy peasy to make sure that humans will never get harmed or hurt or bothered or troubled or killed because of illegally existing ideas which are forced upon people as oppressions, belittlings, violations, offenses. And of course, in this case, because now human lives are getting destroyed because of fake laws, bylaws, regulations, and rules, and even laws, because of those being fake. So they are not supporting human lives, they are destroying human lives. They are tools of torturers, predators, perverts, seriously psychologically already ill people who does not have the ability anymore to care for human life. They only have the ability to care for evil. Money is not evil. When money is governed properly, then money does its job, does its purpose, which is to support human well-being. Humans have the right for enough financial resources and educate, that means proper financial resources, so humans will be able to support the human life, the human well-beings, the human nature, the human rights. The humans got the right for all the money in the world to receive that money without asking for it. In some cases, all you need to do is reason why you need certain amount of money, monthly, weekly, or daily, or yearly. But that's the biggest obstacle what humans should have. Is to be and ask, why do you need the money for? If it's above the amount which an individual will need to support human well-being, with these prices around the world, at least $28,000, 28,000 Canadian dollars should be on every human being's bank account. That's the minimum. It should be there, it should be received, it should be deposited on the bank accounts of people every month, no matter what. Because approximately that's the amount what humans will need to afford a comfortable life, which could be used, this amount could be used to actually make sure that humans will have human well-being because they are capable of affording a lifestyle according to human rights. Privacy, comfort at home, comfort at work, comfort everywhere you go, safety wherever you go, security wherever you go, whatever you do. You need to do it safely, securely, as well as comfortably. You need to do it in a way that it will clean your blood or keep your blood clean, including your cells. You need to do things what you help you with your mental well-being, and you really shouldn't need to think about if you are capable of affording it or not. You should be able to afford your human lifestyles freely. That's why $28,000 a month is a minimum for humans to receive without asking for it. Money is artificial, and I know most of the humans around the world are struggling because of lack of financial resources, just like me, just like in my case. Together, we should be able to have a government, vote for a government, get a new government if we need to, including all the government workers or bankers or financial ministers or workers in the financial institutions, to make sure that our human rights when it comes to financial resources, which is a human invention, just to make sure that humans will be able to live a good human life, will be able to afford a good human life. Together we will be able to reach this goal. So, when you go to the grocery store and you see anything animalistic, it's a criminal offense against people. Don't buy it. If you see anything animalistic around you happening, try to avoid it or safely eliminating it, or ask for help if you cannot deal with something what it isn't right, isn't fair to you, therefore it is not legal. Legal means fair to human nature. Now, there are people with medical conditions from animalistic natures, from animal nature infections, or directly from radioactive pollutions like vibranium. There are people who are not capable of understanding human rights or cope with human rights, or admit with human rights, or consent with human rights, or to appreciate human rights at all anymore, because they became evil. They don't have the ability anymore to think for humans as if they would be humans, because they are not humans anymore. Not anymore. In their mentality changed to become aliens with the human look. Those people should not be involved in anything what is meant to do with humans, because they will non-stop, something through them will non-stop commit murders against human rights. That means they will poison the human soul, they will disturb it, they will poison it, and they will take human energy away. The only way to reverse the crimes against humankind is by starting treating humans, especially centrally or centralizedly, or by the government, by those people who we trust the most to be there for us, to protect our human rights. Yeah. So those people who cannot do it will need to be suspended, and people who are capable of treating others according to human rights need to be at all the workplaces where humans are handling humans, including the hospitals, the schools, the parliaments, the police, the army, the navy, the doctors, the clinics, at the sports events, at the grocery stores, in facilities, wherever people are who are dealing with other people, they need to understand human rights more than anything else. The only reason why it will be possible because they will be treated according to human rights. They will be asked about how long would you like to work? What kind of work would you like to do? How would you like to do that work? When would you like to do that work? And all the employers will need to agree with the workers about how they want to do their work, and where and when and why. And with mutually satisfying agreements, people will always be happy at work. There are many solutions where people don't need to work anymore because there are robots or automated systems, or simply labor is not involved, physical labor. But humans will still need to and obligated to take care of robots, instruments, or any environmental conditions to make sure that they will be beneficial for human well-being. And when the responsibility cannot be fulfilled, then they need to ask for help so they can do it in the future. And until then, until humans cannot make sure that they cannot be harmful about something what they do, until then they should not be doing that intuitively. This is called responsibility. Rights are coming with responsibles. Number one responsibles regarding to rights is to sustain them when it comes to oneself as well as when it comes to others. Humans have the right to life. That says everything. We have the right to be cared for, we have the right to care. And that's the end of it. If we cannot do it, then until we cannot care, we really shouldn't do anything. We should just focus on how to heal ourselves. Therefore, how we'll be able to care again for humans. From time to time in this world today, because of the alien natured elements, every human needs support to make sure that individually we will be well, so we could do well. That's totally normal in this world. There's nothing wrong with that. Everybody will go, everybody will make mistakes, because in this world, when we have radiation decay attacking the human planet so badly, it is inevitable. It is not possible to avoid harms or harm's ways occurring through human beings. But with the good, proper sociological support, political support, economic support, ecological support, in a properly organized environment, humans will be able to live a good life in this troubled world what we are all sharing. Aloha.